reason why the top doesn't matter is because all you're doing now is flexing. You're pulling your hip in and you're flexing. And also what you're doing is you're rotating the lower spine in. And then now the pressure of the weight is directly down on that lower. Watch when you do this, the first thing that moves is your knees forward. The one thing I don't want to move much of is the thing that moves. Watch this. When you first break, boom. Oh.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, there's some things that you're working through on the shoulder. With the shoulder situation like it is, maybe I really do recommend that you just kind of lock that body in as strong as you can, especially in those places. Today I did a exercise that I'll recommend none of you to do unless you're very much a beginner and young. I did reverse curls, which technically are called Larry Scott's. Larry Scott did a lot of reverse curls on a preacher, but he used an easy curl bar, so the bar would lean towards you. I did the handles leaning away from me, so it rotated my wrist. Now, the reason I did this is I was just curious for myself, can I bend in that situation and can I pull in that situation to make everything healthy, wealthy, and flow blood into those locations? Jeffrey made a great point as I was doing this, because I think the main thing was for me, and I didn't say it, was I was just doing this to see if I can go that kind of range of motion. I wasn't doing it to try to build bigger forearms or biceps or anything, even though by doing it, obviously that's a side effect. But more, it was about just kind of getting strong on that point. But going back to what he was just doing, or anybody that's doing any kind of exercise, or like what I did this morning, is when I grabbed that bar before I even started, everything was flexed from my tippy toes to my hands. And the reason why is I just want to make sure everything is helping everything. And the body is strong throughout the whole thing. And that way, when I did lift it initially, everything is flexed through and there's no torque on any of the ligaments. And so that was why I would do that. But so same for everybody that's out there that has an issue. Okay. All right. There you go, Jeffrey.
I watch your videos daily. I'm 53 and started lifting in 81. Man, would I love to brainstorm with you. I'm from Cologne, but from the US. You're my big idol. B.I.G. Wow, you rock.
Thank you, my man. Make sure you're in the Titan crew so we can collab, all right? And I love that you've been in the gym since 81, my man. I love it.
Here we go. Thanks, Mike. The hip thrust at the end was because I was trying to flex and engage my glutes. I understood your explanation, though. Many thanks. The squats.
Yeah. To answer that, I think you may have read something.
A lot of people think that.
They really do think that?
Dude, like if you squeeze your ass at the top of the squat, that's the money right there.
Okay, so just so you understand, squeezing your ass at the top of the squat.
Nothing on it.
Let's get that out here. So the bottom of the squat, that glute hamstring tie-in flexes. And that is the most contraction you're going to get on anything.
That's where it's ripped.
That's where you're building it. That's where you're getting strength. That's in a weak position where you're going to get stronger. So the reason why the top doesn't matter is because all you're doing now is flexing. You're pulling your hip in and you're flexing. And also what you're doing is you're rotating the lower spine in. And then now the pressure of the weight is directly down on that lower back. So pick and choose, I would say. The whole hip thing in is something some trainers taught some girls, and now they just squeeze the little butts in. You're going to get a better butt and isolation by just squatting in the hole. Yeah. Okay, let's save the back. Yeah, let's keep the pressure on the lower back and on the whole body as one instead of tucking it.
Linster with the dono. Thank you, Linster.
Oh, thank you.
They like the form checks.
Wow, I appreciate that. Make sure to ask your question while you're here, all right?
Lost 35 pounds in 3 years following you. I've done my first NPC show in 2019. Man, you changed my life. You gotta be changing lives.
I love that. What do we got here?
Can you check my form next?
Yeah, we're going to go right there right now. Is this who the next form is?
No.
What do you mean, Jeff?
I mean, he's not in the Titan group.
Wait a minute. Why would he ask me?
Because he wants me to go and open up his fucking YouTube page.
Oh,
Find a video.
oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. You guys know better than that.
And then do that.
We only work with the guys in the Titan crew, the people that are doing training right, eating right, and on the right programs. All right. Who do we have, Jeffrey?
We got the man Ernest.
Ernest. All right.
Ernest wants to see some box squats. He's using an 80-pound dumbbell as his box. So that's a 12-incher.
Okay, good, good. I like that. I like that relative to people using a bench.
Back there.
All right, we're gonna. Yeah, I can't see that. So.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Oh my gosh. No. Oh yeah, good, good, good. He stepped forward. Yeah. Wow, he was. Oh, but he still goes. Can you pull that video in even more?
I can't. It's maxed out.
Okay.
But you can see what's going on.
I can't completely tell what the problem is. I can't tell if it's the leg length that you have or your foot position or how close and stuff.
It looks super narrow.
Can you pull up my video on Instagram or no?
Yes.
Can I do? Oh, and I could just do this. Hold on, guys. 1 second. So you guys just kind of saw that video right there. When you do squats, this is basically how I just want you guys to do the squats, okay? That's the video I'd like to see of you guys. So you can kind of see, I'll be able to see your depth. I'll be able to see everything because I'll see the dumbbell and what you're doing. But it's mainly, I just want to see your feet position, your speed that you're doing it. Okay? But this is how you would do it. Uh-oh! No! So that's what I'd like to see you guys on the videos. So if you can do that on these next ones, all right.
Do you want to send another one next
yeah, next week, check in, do it again, film it from in front. Also, remember, everybody, I want you facing away from the mirrors on squats. So find a rack that you can face away from but keeps you safe. I don't want you racking backwards. So that's not what I'm asking you to do. I'm just asking you if you can find a squat rack that doesn't face a mirror. All right. But that last squat, we got to get that right because I visually see the damage that is going to be done doing that, okay? And now that's something for all of you to take into consideration. The last video we saw today, there was nothing I saw that was damaging to bodies prior to that last video. So whatever James is doing right now, he's not going to get hurt doing the form he was doing. He's doing good. Eddie's the same way. I'm just curious about the range of motion of the shoulders because I want more range of motion. But nobody's going to really hurt themselves until I saw that last squat. And now you may be thinking that you're squatting somewhat right, where I see it, and I just see the deterioration of you're putting all the pressure on the joint. You're righting the joints instead of having the muscle utilize the range of motion that you should be doing. Okay.
Well, for Ernest, the guy with the squats.
Yes.
He's asking, what would you focus on first, posture throughout the lift or foot position?
Well, posture is foot position. Foot position is posture. Mm-hmm. Everything starts with the feet up. No matter what you do, whatever sport it is, it starts with your feet up. Your feet have to be in the right position at the right and on the right angles, and then your posture throughout the whole movement comes off of that. So that's one thing. The second thing I would do is, first off, I would try to do this. Remember to go over and just watch my videos on squats. Watch the guys I train with. Watch the legends that have come and trained with me. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing is I would just try to do the box squats without any weight and understanding that you're sitting backwards. Squats are not up and down. Squats are back and then forth. You're shooting your hips back and then pushing them forward. So hold on for a second. Let me do this. Let me pull back first the outdoor Jeremiah Johnson squats in the snow. Okay, now watch this. I'll pull Ernest's off of there. I got you. All right, hit play, big dog. So see the knees. We'll show them those knees. They barely go forward. Barely. It's the shins are really close to all the way upright. The only other thing he was doing was he was pulling the hips in too far at the top. Okay? Ass back. Push the ass forward. Boom. All right. Now we've seen that. Let's go back to earnest squat. So the first thing that moves on his was his ass back, where watch when you do this, the first thing that moves is your knees forward. The one thing I don't want to move much of is the thing that moves. Watch this. When you first break, boom. Oh.
Yeah. Get better setup.
Step forward, but then you go forward again.
The startup almost looked good, right? It looked like he got set up.
Yep. Set up,
like
ass
right,
back.
Right there, but then he goes forward.
So I would move your feet
like
4 inches forward and then reach back to touch that. Okay, but let's work on that.
Like he's got a good setup right there.
Yeah, that right there is a good setup.
He kicks it back. He just needs to go that way.
You guys see that?
You gotta go that way instead of that way. Yeah, you see that? The knees break forward, and then
there we go.
He's probably got some. It looks like he's got some weight on there.
I'm glad he's using some real weight though too on there.
But yeah, there we go. Boom. Let's form check Friday, dude.
Thank you guys for Form Check Friday. I see we got a lot of great questions here.
Those beautiful squats.
Thank you so much for the donation and the very kind words. Appreciate that.
Absolutely not. Does muscle soreness the next few days after a good workout indicate a successful workout? If I'm not sore, I feel like I didn't really do anything.
No.
No.